Hey, so it's Sunday, June 25th, 2023, and it's 11:36 at night. And I didn't really want to get this done this late. If I do the video all in one shot, I'm going to try to do it maybe around 7:30 ish. But I did have to go food shopping, and I mean, overall, I had a solid weekend. The video yesterday that I had of the creek produced good shots of a great blue heron. Also, a lot of deer were on it, mostly in the beginning, but then a couple, I think one or two showed up near the end. So yeah, I ended up streaming that this morning. Um, Basically, when I woke up, my current feeling was calm and tired. Tired because I didn't get much sleep last night. I ended up sleeping in the car. That isn't the reason why. A lot of times I actually get my best sleep when I sleep in the car, but that's mainly because the air mattress that I use that I sleep on in my house, it deflates in like 10 minutes, so I just stop blowing it up. I mean, it's still comfortable, but at the same time, it's just it is what it is. And I mean, that's where I'll be sleeping tonight. So I just want to kick this out real quick. And, I want to try to keep doing these because I feel more positive when I do it. And the fact that I got to talk to Celeste, my girlfriend, tonight, which was 3 days in a row, it's definitely a good thing. And capped the night off and the weekend on a good note. She's still in the place that she's at. And I don't know how long she's gonna be in there for. I think they're waiting to get her into a sober house, but at the same time, she messed up once. But again, that's gonna be a whole nother video about the whole system. But yes, I mean overall it was a solid weekend. I went out. My goal was to go to get these northern rough-winged swallows on video. There's babies that were basically what they do is they kind of put their nests in their buildings and stuff, and these ones put them in like tubes and bricks. And I set up my camera, and somehow I'm gonna get these things on there. Like I'm not gonna obviously show the. I'll at some point post a link to my nature page and channel, and so that way you just can have um, the option of watching both. I figured since that I want to try to keep the nature. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of my nature stuff, or these videos outside, but at the same time, I want to try to keep them separate as best as I can. But there are going to be some videos that will might hail from my car. I can't really do them in my house, and plus, the only time I really ever did one of these kind of videos in my house was the night that the next morning I woke up and my dad had passed away. Um, so it's kind of like I got weird like vibes with doing that. So I don't know if I'll ever do one at the dining room table again because of that reason. Um, so I mean, this is probably the next best to the car. The car obviously is probably last resort. That would be the only place that I would probably do it. Obviously, the lighting ain't the best, but I just turn my light on in my vestibule and just kind of roll with it. I know when I did a quick test, see how it comes out. There's like a light that's shining in one direction, but like at the camera, but it is what it is, and I just gotta roll with what I got, and just kind of go from there. I mean, like I said, I'm an outdoors person, so I try to keep everything as based as I can. Um, so, anyways, yeah, I woke up. I was calm, feeling calm, but I was more so tired. Obviously, because I didn't get much sleep. I couldn't sleep, but then I was just sitting in the car, and then I was listening to YouTube, through the car, and it eventually I just got tired, and next thing you know, I was waking up. I think it was like 9 o'clock. I woke up, and I don't know what time I fell asleep. It was like maybe 4:30, something like that. A lot of times I'll just listen to like radio stations or something, or sports talk. Just kind of go from there. And sometimes it's not the first time I fell asleep in there. I'll have a funny story about when I was working down in line that I fell asleep in the car. But not while I was working, but it was after work. But anyways, took my medicines today. The only one I didn't take was the one tonight, which was my cholesterol medicine. Actually, while I was taking my medicine, that's when Celeste called, and I ended up talking to her for, it was like 35 minutes. But it's kind of like we get lost in time with each other, and I appreciate the one girl that lets her be able to make the phone calls, because she's one of the only ones that does it without a scheduled a signed sheet or whatever. This will be one of the few times I showered not long before I got on here. This will be one of the few times that I guess that car's gonna pop in since that light's on there. But anyhow, yeah, this will be one of the few times that I'll actually not have it in a ponytail. Then when I wake up in the morning, I just throw it in the ponytail and I leave. So anyways, I did take my Depakote cholesterol medicine last night. Took my heart medication, antidepressant, my COPD. That's the Trilecta. I know in the other video I said that my allergy was that medicine, but nah. I take the generic. It begins with an L. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we hadn't had it. So when I went food shopping tonight, I was able to get it. So me and my daughter take the same stuff. She gets prescribed. So we kind of take that, and then when her prescription, when obviously it's going to go down quicker because there's two people taking it, so I just buy it. And so we both take it pretty much every day. There for a while, I was taking it twice a day, morning and night. That was more so in the fall and probably some in the winter, because the leaves is what gets me the most. I've been prone to get bronchitis twice a year, change of season, usually from winter to spring, and summer to fall. But fall's the worst because of the leaves. And you figure if I'm hiking on the trails, the leaves are on the ground, so I'm breathing in the mold, so I can feel it in my lungs. Alright, well that sucks. Now I have to edit the video. I was going to try to do it and nail it in one shot so that way I could just upload it, but I'll go over like some of my medical history at some point, but I do suffer from something that's called syncope, and it's basically where I can cough really, really hard, and obviously it's not the best thing that, as soon as I go back on camera I start smoking, which is definitely something that I need to start reducing because of the fact that one, it's too expensive, and two, it just screws up your health. So anyways, I guess that's pretty much how I ended up with COPD. 51 years old, and I see a pulmonary doctor, and best thing that was ever prescribed for me, he prescribed for me, which is my nebulizer, so it saved hospital trips. So anyways, yeah, so I'll have to, try to get this through with just two parts, and then I just blend them together without having to pause it again or shut it off again. So anyways, I had a very productive morning, and one thing that I'm finding is that not working overnights, I'm able to live a life. When I was working overnights, it felt like there was not enough time in a day to get things done, and it was tough. It felt like I was living in a different time dimension or time zone or whatever, because it felt like I was nothing but sleeping, even though it felt like I didn't get any sleep. And when it came time to do things, I couldn't do it because I just didn't have enough time. So now it's like I woke up this morning, even though I didn't get enough sleep. Maybe that's why I did it, because I knew if I would have sat in a chair or something, I would have just like got tired and stuff and would have wanted to doze off. So anyways, basically what I did was basically did the dishes from upstairs. It was 2 different trips. I had to go back up the second time to fix or drain my daughter's floor air conditioner. So basically I have it propped up on something and we keep it open. Now the beetles are starting to come around. They all have their come with the change of seasons. But yeah, so when I went back up, I brought some more dishes down, and so I did a good portion of what was up there. So yeah, I mean, I got that done. I did clean off the top of the stove. Our stove's broke, so we basically use a portable stove, but at the same time, stuff still gets, from the portable stove onto the stove. The oven still works, but the stove itself don't. So I scrubbed that on top of it and got that pretty clean. Again, I cleaned her, or drained her air conditioner. I cleaned the downstairs air conditioner, so the filter's cleaned. I actually scrubbed the outer parts and everything, and it looks pretty good. So we try to do that once a year, and gets the dust out and cleans the filter and stuff like that. So yeah, so I mean, definitely. I finished my resume. I'm gonna somehow send it to my CPS that I see and see what she thinks of it. Because again, all I had to do was add on the last job that I had, and it was weird because there was so many different things, and I guess because it was more recent, there was a long gap between my work and that job that I could pretty much remember everything that I did. So at the same time, I was able to get it on there. But it was amazing, like how everything, like when I put loud descriptions, and I was just going down and down and down and down and all the way down the line. So it was pretty cool, but it's gonna help me in the sense of what I'm going to school for. Except this time I'll just be working with people one-on-one, and I mean, I can do groups, but at the same time, given the fact that I kind of tense up in groups, I don't know if it'll be a good fit for me. But you never say never on most things. I can say there's quite a few things. Well, a few things I will never. When I say never, I won't never. But and then I streamed the 3 hour and 14 minute Creek video that I did yesterday. Which is something I've really got to start doing because of the fact that when a lot of times, again, procrastination gets involved, and that is my biggest, one of my biggest flaws, which is why another reason I'm doing this, to try to stay on top of things and, be able to get things done, accomplished, and you feel better about yourself when you do. It could be the smallest things. Some people are like, oh yeah, we did the, but it sometimes starts out as the smaller things, and then you just kind of work your way, and I mean, I've been told that I procrastinate because I get overwhelmed, but at the same time, you can't keep using that as an excuse. So it's eventually you just got to start going forward. Maybe even with these bullet points, it's helping me out. It's going to help me out. All I have to do is jot down a couple words within each, and it can create a whole, meaning behind it. So with that, so anyways, I mean, that's pretty much all the stuff I accomplished this morning. And then like I said, I had a great trip, both days. Definitely missing my girlfriend. It's very, very hard. But at the same time, I just keep telling her she's got to get it right. She has a daughter, her daughter out here. She's got me, she's got her mom, I mean, she's got to get it right. So, and plus for her, she can't keep going through this. And it's like, I just wish I could just snap a magic finger and she would be cured of her mental health and, the alcoholism. So anyways, I do got a couple things for tomorrow that I have to do pretty much right off the bat, and that'd probably be on our first smoke break that we go on at the class, which would be definitely call my daughter's pediatrician to get her ADHD medicine renewed or refilled. They can only do it 1 month at a time, but at the same time, it's been a while since she's been up there, which is kind of good in a way, but at the same time, they like a certain amount of visits every so often. So if they do give me a problem, I'm just gonna have to tell them that I can't get her up there this week. I would rather do it next week. So even if they have to give me a short refill just to get me through to the appointment, then I'll just go from there. And you know, kind of, I mean, surely they have to understand. I just explained to them that I'm going to school. Definitely this week I have to call the car company that I'm financing the car through, because as of the 29th, I'm going to be 3 months behind. So it's turning into a mess. But like I said, we were struggling before, so we're just gonna have to struggle a little longer, just maybe worse. Just hoping that I get my vacation pay this Thursday. I don't know if that's the only pay I still have left coming from them, but I'm not 100% sure. So just kind of gotta go from there. So definitely calling her pediatrician first, and then second, I have to make another phone call, which is Celeste's counselor, because I try to keep in touch with them. And with being in school, I haven't been able to do that. So I'm just going. I just gotta start making. That is your thunder. That was the other thing. We did have a small thunder storm, which wasn't much. But at the same time, it was at 1:45 p.m. There was some thunder, a little bit of rain, and throughout the day, not much, just a little bit here or there. But it just seems like we have this dome over us that we just don't get the storms that some other people do. Now, 2 years ago, we got nailed with storm after storm after storm, and it was, we had so much rain that year that it was like, it just felt like it rained more than it didn't. But so yeah, I mean, they're the first two things. Tomorrow, I'm sure there'll be other things to come up, but again, tomorrow will be a weekday type thing. You know, I'll get up, go to school. Again, I may do these this way sometimes, and I may do it where I log throughout the day, you know, and then update it throughout the day. But again, my goal is to try to pretty much cut them off for that day at like maybe between 7 and 8. That seems like a good number. A lot of it, if something happens after that, we just go on to the next days. So yeah, I mean, it could be different ways that this could show up. It could be from different areas. It could be from you know, like yesterday's, I was walking some. I involved some of the chirp in it. So I'm just gonna try to make them as best as I can, and just kind of roll with it and just kind of go from there. I do gotta catch up on the videos with putting them on Facebook. With this one, I'm going to be, I guess, I haven't put any, so I've done 3, I think, now. So you're looking at, what, 3 of them. But as far as like all the other goals that I had for the weekend, sadly, I didn't get any of them done except the resume. But at the same time, I did do some of the stuff that would be on my my wellness plan, my RAP plan. So, I mean, getting out and being able to do some, you know, some self-care and stuff like that. And I'm doing this. So that's, you know, definitely worth it. But I do got to get the cheat sheets done. I got to give credit to my girlfriend. She came up with the flashcard idea, and if I repeat something like from a previous video, I apologize for that, but sometimes I can't remember, you know, from day to day. I can remember everything. Clicker. And kill him. But I did try to kill him, but he got away, but I let him go. So yeah, if there's something I might have said on another video, I apologize, and if I repeat it, sometimes I may repeat it in the same video. That's why I'm trying to keep it organized, because I have done that in the past. But yeah, I can't remember pretty much everything from the '80s, but I can't remember. All right, now he's coming at me, so he's got to go. Yeah, so, but yet I can't remember something from 10 minutes ago. So it's just how my mind is. Trying to think. Uh, oh, but anyways, with her, she had suggested like flashcards, but I don't really know how to do it that way. I know they do it in school and all, but at the same time, you know, what I'm gonna do is just kind of write it down in a notebook. That I'm definitely gonna write down. I'm not gonna do that on my phone. I mean, a lot of times, like with the bullet points, it's easier to do things on here, you know, because I can just pull it there and just do it that way. But at the same time, some things will have to get written down, and I still plan on doing that. And I'd like to have it done, you know, definitely either by the end of this week, at least the cheat things, or I don't mean cheating, but just a quick cheat guide, you know, just to look at, so that way I can just study it every now and then. So that way it's in my head, pretty much programmed. I mean, it's pretty much, I know it. It's just, again, I tense up, and you know, if that's what helps, everybody got to do whatever way helps them, and that's the only way you can do it. That's why the rap plan is basically that individual's plan, because it's what helps them. It's not what, if I'm a CPS, I can't tell them, all right, well, this needs to go on your, you know, because it's what benefits that person, and only they know what benefits them. My goal is to help guide them and help get them into the right direction, and show them that there is hope, you know, and that's what it's all about. It's, you know, putting hope back into the people, and that's what my goal is with these two. And you know, the videos are going to be all different, but you know, I'll start coming up with stuff in my head as I go, and definitely, because my mind is always thinking. But again, you know, I'm not going to turn it into a job, you know, doing this either. So, and just a quick update. My daughter says I should go get at least this part, because this part actually got worse looking. This was from the fall yesterday, I'm guessing, because all of a sudden I started getting like all these weird like things on me. But I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep. What I might do is, if I got, since it's up here too, if I have to, and put like ointment on it, so that way it don't come off. I'll just wrap it with like gauze bandage or something. Just keep it clean, and just do it for a while and just see if it starts healing. But yeah, these things, I have no idea what the hell they are. But that's the things that started bothering me, I think, yesterday when I was doing the other video at the picnic table. So I have no idea what it is, but just keep an eye on it and just go from there. If it something, if it acts up, or if it gets worse, then I just end up going to like an urgent. Well, I don't go to urgent care. I go to patient first, but I don't like urgent care. But with that, I'm gonna wrap it up, because we're now at 16 minutes on this part, and then I'm not sure how long the first part was. So I gotta blend them together, get them on, and then hit the sack. So I got to set up my live stream for tomorrow. That's also gonna be on my rap plan, because I need to do that, because that also keeps me, you know, at bay, in peace with my mind. But because I can't live stream at night no more, because I used to have a light that I was able to use overnights, and I was able to, you know, but now it's kind of pointless to put the live stream out there and run it live, because you can't see anything. So for now, I may just run in the overnight, run both of them non-live, and then just start play. I did hear thunder, because now I just saw lightning. So that'll all get figured out. But the problem is, I gotta stop going back and forth in my head with it. It just doesn't seem right to run the overnights non-live and then run 8 hours during the day, and if I'm working, have a huge gap in between. So it'll work itself out. Always does. I just gotta stop going back and forth. So with that said, I'm gonna cut it off there. And can't guarantee there'll be a video tomorrow, but if there is, either way, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you enjoy. Peace.